Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming, and welcome to another quick look at a new humble bundle. So this is a Souls-like games bundle called With Souls Like These You Need Enemies. So a bunch of Souls-like games. We have two tiers this time, luckily, and I wanted to quickly go over this. I'll show you the prices on Steam as well and if it's worth getting or not. So we have the $7 tier, which includes Tales of Iron, Arborea, and Hellpoint. I have played Tales of Iron, I have played Hellpoint. Completely different games, but they are kind of difficult. This is a 2D Souls-like game, very fun, really enjoyed this one. Hellpoint is more horror themed game set on like a abandoned space station or something, but very impressive nonetheless. And Arborea is the one I haven't really played, but looks interesting as well. So 3 games for $7, and then the second tier is 7 games for $15. So you get the previous 3 games from the 7 tier. You also get Remnant from the Ashes, another very good game. I have played a lot of it. Then you have Stray Blade, Clash Artifacts of Chaos, Strayed Lights, and the 2 DLC for Remnant. No, not the DLCs, the coupons, discount coupons for the 2 DLCs. Now you can get them on Steam as well. Once you have it on Steam, pick it up when it's on sale, or you could use the coupons here. So in my opinion, I think if you are just casually into Souls-like games, which doesn't make sense, but if you are, you can pick up the $7 tier. I think this is good value. But if you are a big fan and you want to get some more games, Remnant I would highly recommend. Unfortunately, I've not played these games. I've known about these games but never played them, so I can't really recommend. So yeah, let's have a look at Steam and see the prices and if it's worth it, at least from a price point. So first up, before I go, for Indian viewers, $7 is 581 in India, and 15 is 1250 roughly. So keep that in mind when we look at the prices for the games individually. Now first up, we have Tales of Iron. Now Tales of Iron was on a new low during the winter sale. It is still on sale, but not as cheap as it was in December. So this is 75% off, 324. Remember, the $7 tier with this game and 2 others is 581. So if you just want this one, you can get it here. I think it's 624, so just under 7. But remember, for 7 you'll get 2 more games. The other game is Arborea. So Arborea, fight, die, and fight against in this dark fantasy trolls-like roguelite. As a Jotun troll warrior, descend into the ever-changing creepy dungeons of Dumar. Use a variety of symbiotic weapons and biomutations to slay enemies and heal the Father Tree. I have not actually heard of this game before, if I'm being honest here, but it looks good. Graphically it looks decent, and it's also got very positive reviews. Now the base price for this one is $529, and it says here lowest price is 100 rupees. So this is a game that goes very cheap on sales. So I think this is better off getting directly here if you are interested, unless you want all the 3 games in the $7 tier. So next up is Hellpoint. Now Hellpoint was also given away free by GOG, I think, not Epic. And I thought this was fantastic. They also had like a DLC and some Blue Sun. So again, not an expensive game, as you can see, on sale right now. Base price has gone up a little bit, so this is $375. So let's say you wanted Tales of Iron and Hellpoint, so that's $325, $375, about $700 together. Remember, in India the bundle is $581, $874 for just this alone, more than the $7 tier. So $7 tier makes sense to me personally, if you like Souls-like. Next up, we have Remnant from the Ashes. I think the best game in the list, in my opinion. Again, I have played quite a bit of it, really liked it. The second one is also quite successful. So this one here also has an increase in base price recently, as far as I'm aware. So $1440 for the base game. It's seen a good sale, so you should get it for $400-500 roughly. $40, so on sale you should get it for about $12. And there are a couple of DLCs, like I said. Wait for a sale and pick them up, they're not expensive. So yeah, this is definitely good. And then we have Stray Blade. So these are the games that I'm not too familiar with. Stray Blade I have heard quite a bit, but never really looked into it. It looks good graphically. It reminds me a little bit of, I guess, other games like this. I mean, the graphics art style looks pretty decent. It's very positive. Came out in 23. Mixed overall reviews, so it's not the best game in the world. Adventure exploration Souls-like. What is the price here? $15.39, $35. minimum 600. So I think it's not a bad game to get along with other games. On its own, I don't know. Then we have Strayed Light, atmospheric action adventure combining a wordless experience with cinematic fights based around colors. So interesting concept, but again it feels very indie looking at it. And the price is 1100. Okay, price isn't too bad. $25, 40% sales we've seen on this one. So yeah, it's not an expensive game, but another game that I feel is good if you're getting a bunch of other games to get along with. So Artifacts of Chaos Clash, again this one I've seen quite a few times being mentioned. Looks pretty good, but never got into wanting it. So hunted by mercenaries of an enemy with untold power, the fighter Pseudo and the creature under his protection begin a perilous quest to edges of the strange land. So it does look very interesting. RPG Souls-like. $1,300, $30, 50% sale. So it's about a $650, $15 game. So yeah, looks interesting. So personally, for me, Remnant is the best game. Tales of Iron is the next. Hellpoint is interesting, and I'm curious about Clash Artifacts of Chaos. The other games, these are the sort of games that I feel are good if you get them in a bundle like this. Like, I doubt I would go out of my way to buy them on my own, like separately on Steam. But if I'm getting a bundle like this, I wouldn't mind trying them out. So once again, I would say $7 if you just want to check out some games. I think this is a good mix of 3 games. 15 I feel is a little weaker unless you want at least 2 of these games. Like for me, I would say Clash and Remnant. Definitely, if you want these 2, then go for the $15 tier, but otherwise I think 7 makes more sense to me. So yeah, just wanted to go over this quick bundle. Also remember, the choice bundle for January is available. These will end on the first Tuesday of the next month, so keep that in mind. And this month we had Marvel's Midnight Suns and a few other games. Not a bad bundle overall, but of course after the big sales, people are probably not going to buy as many. But if you're a Marvel fan, yeah, get Midnight Suns here. So yeah, let me know what you think about the bundles. There are a couple other bundles that I mentioned yesterday that are ending soon. Games Done Quick, Play Pink, this is the board games bundle, and of course the new one we got today. So maybe you might get 1 or 2 more new ones. But yeah, this one is decent for fans of Souls-like games.